welcome to MeowMix, the Carolina Panthers podcast. My name is Steven.
My name is Jerry.
And I don't even know if we should call them emergency podcasts anymore, Jerry, because they're happening so frequently. Maybe we should just set aside one time a week to talk about the latest Fitterer trade.
Yeah. Scotty knows. Instead of Scotty doesn't know, Scotty knows. Scotty knows how to trade.
Oh, man. The Panthers have traded a 2023 sixth-round draft pick to the New England Patriots for cornerback Stephon Gilmore. Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Two-time All-Pro. Four-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Cornerback Stephon Gilmore. Jerry, we talked so much in the preseason about cornerback. We need to upgrade the position. Boom, they draft J.C. Horn. Boom, they trade for C.J. Henderson. Now we trade for Stephon Gilmore, arguably one of the best corners in the league.
And they also signed A.J. Boye. Let's be honest. That was a big signing for us in the offseason. I was really impressed with what they did in the secondary, and now it's just the cupboard's full. Wow.
I guess we must not have talked about the offensive line enough because they're going ham on the cornerbacks, but offensive line, nothing. But hey, we are very, very excited about this trade. I mean, what's your excitement level on this one compared to the C.J. Henderson one?
Okay, this is going to sound weird, but I like the C.J. Henderson one a little bit more just because he is a second-year player on a rookie contract that's 4 or 5 years. Stephon Gilmore, this is his last year. Good contract, only $5.5 million counting against the cap this year for the Panthers. Mm-hmm. So I like it. He's not going to be here probably long-term unless he really likes Matt Rule and kind of ingrains himself in the community and the team. But I love this just for that room of Dante Jackson, C.J. Henderson, J.C. Horn is around the locker room. That way, Stephon Gilmore hopefully can teach some of these young guys a couple tricks and everything and help them out in the short term as they're going to try to make a playoff push.
Yeah, I like this move a lot, especially when you pair it with the C.J. Henderson move. Because just like you said, the amount of knowledge he's going to be able to impart on C.J. Henderson, the work ethic, the film study, what to look for. I mean, it's I would pay the 6th-round pick even if that's all he was going to do for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But he's going to play. He's going to play once, probably week 7. He's on the physically unable to perform list right now, the PUP list. So he will not be eligible until week 7. But that's fine. That gives him a couple of weeks to kind of learn the film and get, learn the system. He'll be ready to go. He'll be starting week 7. He is 31 years old.
Yeah. Rock Hill native.
South Carolina. Yep. Went to the University of South Carolina. So he is coming back home, which apparently was appealing to him. And, agreeing to this trade with for the Panthers. And not that he really had to agree, but I think the Panthers wouldn't have done it if he didn't want to come.
No, I agree because you don't want someone upset in the locker room. And there was a lot of rumors that once he was cut, he was going to the Packers. That he started following Aaron Rodgers, Jerry Alexander, all their players on Instagram and Twitter and all that. But lo and behold, Scott Fitterer sneaks in at the last minute.
Yeah. Rumors are that they started making calls last night whenever they first caught wind that this could happen. So the Panthers, Fitterer's been on this from the beginning. And, boy, I did not think this was going to happen. When I heard today that, Gilmore was going to be released, that was the news this morning, that he was just going to be cut. And then that, Smith from the linebacker from Cowboys.
Jalen Smith.
Jalen Smith was also going to be cut. I was thinking, well, the Panthers, could go after one of these guys. If it was me, I'd go after Smith because of Shaq's injury now and the fact that we kind of have a lot of corners.
Yeah.
But this makes a lot of sense. For that developmental piece, also, Gilmore's better than Henderson right now. I mean, he just is.
I mean, Gilmore walks in and is going to be the best cornerback on the. I mean, 2 years ago, he was the defensive player of the year. Yes, he's had some.
The Panthers have ever had.
Yes, he's had. Oh, that's sad but true.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one. I mean, yes, he had that serious injury, and he's coming off that, and hopefully he's completely healed by week 7. But still, I mean,
That's the expectation, right?
yeah,
That's what the Panthers have said. They expect him to play week 7.
correct. You expect him to come out and be the best defensive secondary member we have on the team, and that's to hopefully do what J.C. Horn was doing in the first few weeks, kind of locking down one side of the field.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the skills for that. And again, also just the being with J.C. Horn every day it's invaluable. It really is. Now, initial reports are that he wanted somewhere between somewhere around $15 million a year for his new deal. But I just read that it looks like he is fine playing out the final year of his contract before, starting to negotiate. So I think it's smart on his part if, it doesn't work out here for him for one way or another, not to lock himself into something already. But it also kind of gives the Panthers the first crack at re-signing him if it does work out amazingly. Because he's 31, but he's only 31.
Yeah, and quarterback,
you could sign him to a 3-year deal or something.
Yeah, look at Richard Sherman. I mean, Darrelle Revis. Usually, the top tier type of guys hang around. I mean, I say hang around, but they play well up until their mid 30s.
I mean, even if you moved him to safety or something, just to where he doesn't have as much ground to cover, as he gets a little older, those instincts are still going to absolutely serve him there. So,
and it's that,
man, it's such a good deal for a 6th round pick.
I 100% agree. Just that coaching ability, hopefully, that he brings to the locker room. That, not only that, just overall, like, this defense, it got smacked down last week. Let's be honest. It got smacked down. But let's, instead of, like, griping, they're trying to retool, and they're saying, hey, we're going for it right now. I mean, I don't know if they are planning a Super Bowl run, but they are definitely trying to push for the playoffs. You don't make this signing without it.
Yeah. Again, they're proving that they are in win now mode, which we did not expect this team to be in win now mode already. Obviously, as a fan, as myself, it's not Super Bowl or bust.
No.
That's not how I feel. I feel keep improving. This 3-1 start is great. Let's make it 10 wins. Get into the playoffs. That's a better season than I could have dreamed.
Maybe catch fire.
Yeah, you never know what happens at that point, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't think that they're making these decisions because it's Super Bowl or bust. I just don't think that's the case. Like we said, just bringing Gilmore into the locker room is so valuable for these young guys. And now we've got 2 young top 10 draft pick corners that are going to absorb all this information. It's just, it works on every level.
Yeah.
And the cost is nothing. $5 million. It's nothing.
Yeah. He has Super Bowls too. Let's not talk about that.
He's got a Super Bowl ring. Yep.
So, I mean, just bringing that into this locker room that is so, so young. I mean, we're talking about Daquan Jones, Shaq Thompson, are the eldest people. AJ Boye and maybe, Brian Burns is up there already. I mean,
Brian Burns is 25, 26, still very young.
But I mean, those are the old cats and the leaders of the locker room. So I love this move. I was shocked that it happened. I got a text from a friend who said it happened, and I was like, "You're kidding me, right?" So I go on Twitter, and I just mouth dropped. I go, "Wow," because after Henderson, I just thought we were done bringing in corner help. But Scott Fitterer doesn't know.
I mean, if you would have asked me, again, people did ask. Well, I talked to some people on Twitter earlier today about if the Panthers would go after Gilmore, and I was like, no, why would they go after Gilmore? They've got quality corners that are young. They're not going to go after this older corner. Me thinking, by the way, having seen that he wanted $15 million a year, assuming that he was going to have multiple suitors, assuming he was going to get cut and that he would be choosing Carolina over the Packers, over the Cowboys, over the Bucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Assuming that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
But the fact that the Panthers were able to make this trade and sort of take the decision, not necessarily take the decision out of his hands, but make the decision way easier. Gosh, Fitterer, it's so nice. It's such a change from Hurney and Gettleman. It's just so fun.
Yeah.
To be a Panthers fan right now. It's so fun. It
really is. It's something this fan base hasn't had, is someone who's out there wheeling and dealing. This is insane for me. I'm just shocked over and over again. The CJ Henderson here. Wow. The draft. Now Stephon Gilmore. Come on, let's get some O-line.
Come on. All right. We're okay now on cornerbacks. Let's start focusing on that O-line. We're running out of draft picks to trade here. We need to trade some 2024 6th-round picks, I guess. But gosh, it's just I didn't think that this was going to be the conversation we were going to have today, Jerry.
No,
I'm thrilled. Honestly.
I am too. I'm just amazed that we got him for a 6th-round pick. I'm surprised the Packers, the Cowboys, the Bucks didn't call up and try to make, a 5th-round pick or a 6th-round pick.
I'm sure they did. They did. A lot of those teams don't have enough cap space to do anything. They would have had to make a lot of moves.
That is true. But he's only 5.7 against the cap. I've been saying 5.5. I just checked. It's 5.7. But, hold on.
Some of these teams don't even have that.
I am trying to look at the salary caps right now, but I am slow. Real quick, while we're looking up salary caps, MeowMix is brought to you by CBDX.com. It's not your average CBD company. Right now, our listeners get 20% off their orders at CBDX.com with promo code MEOW. CBDX makes delicious gummies, amazing flowers, tremendous cartridges. So, CBDX loves football, and that's why they are here. Show CBDX some love and support the show. 20% off, plus a free gift when our listeners use promo code MEOW.
Check it out. So, only about, 10 teams have more than $5 million in cap space right now. The Cowboys do not. The Buccaneers do not. The Packers are at 7, so that would take 80% basically of their available cap space. Of course, the Panthers at 19. Plenty of cap space to make this move. So, there just probably weren't a lot of teams. Of course, the Cowboys, they're going to cut Smith. That'll free up some. The Patriots didn't have hardly any. So, Fitterer has put us in a good position to be players in all of these trades.
Yeah, absolutely. And we mentioned the salary cap going into the season, how it was very nice having that much cap space and that we're going to continue to free up more. I believe Luke Kuechly's contract is coming off and everything. So in the offseason, I'll be interested how this team continues to operate.
Another thing that I saw straight from the Panthers is basically, again, saying this move does not have any bearing on what they're going to do with Dante Jackson. So they can keep adding corners and keep saying that, but now we've got J.C. Horn, we've got C.J. Henderson, we've got Stephon Gilmore. You don't need 4 starting caliber corners.
It really depends on if Gilmore would be willing to re-sign here, and if he wants to.
I think he would be willing to if the team plays as we expect and plays well down the stretch and ends up with 9 or 10 wins, and he can see, Darnold plays well and the offense plays well, and he can see this, just a couple pieces away, and they offer him the money. And he plays well, and he's got to play well too. We're gonna assume he's gonna play at the same level he's played the last 3 years in New England, which have all been Pro Bowl years. Then I don't see why he wouldn't. Honestly, that gives us a lot of flexibility when we've also got DJ Moore, who now is going to be commanding probably a top 5 wide receiver salary.
Yep.
there's some other guys, that are going to come up soon too. So it just gives a lot of flexibility. I can't find anything not to like about this deal.
No, I don't either. And as always, we're always giving a grade towards the end of the show. What is your grade?
Well, I thought about giving it an A+. But then I remembered that there's an A++. I think that's a quote from The Office. So I'm giving it an A++.
Okay. I'm giving it an A. Yeah, A+ if you really want to go that far. I mean, I don't see any downside to this one at all. I mean, it's a future 6th-round pick in 2023. No big deal there. You're getting, hopefully, what is going to be a top corner in the league in week 7 for your playoff push. And help coach up some of the younger guys in that locker room, in that secondary. Yeah, I don't see really much downside at all.
No. I mean, we basically get him for, 11 games?
Mm-hmm.
Assuming he's healthy for all of them.
And first crack at him in the offseason.
And first crack at him in the offseason. But even if this is just an 11-game deal, I still give it an A+. I still think it's just for what he's going to bring to the locker room, to these young corners, and for us for the rest of the season. I would still give it an A. I mean, I still think it's a great move.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, you got to think the way this defense is going to play how Phil Snow wants it. He wants those corners kind of on an island with the pass rush just going straight after the quarterback. So, yeah.
I mean, just in 2019, he had 6 interceptions.
Well, 2019.
Last year, 2020 was COVID, and who knows? I mean, that defense was bad. The Pats had everybody opt out. I mean, nobody was going to have a good season there that year, and nobody did. So I mean, him and Dante with AJ Bouye, now CJ Henderson backing them up. Ooh.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Have any last words before we sign off today?
I think I just used them all.
Okay. We want to thank everyone for listening. If you like the show, please let your friends know. Please follow us on Twitter at MeowMix Podcast. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us at mailbag@meowmixpodcast.com. And if you leave us a 5-star review with a comment on Apple Podcasts, we'll read it on the show.
We'll be back Friday morning with our preview for Panthers hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Until then, everyone stay safe and keep pounding.